Ja. Well, good afternoon everybody. Welcome to the Grant Store Victory Park Stadium this afternoon, I beg your pardon, for today's game between Chorley and South Shields. Join me, Pete Tscherewik, alongside Oran Willis. Oran, a big game in prospect this afternoon for the Magpies for sure.
Absolutely, after that great result midweek, it's on to the next one, isn't it? It's a big opportunity to get our 3 points on the board. Bit of confidence in the squad coming now as well for consecutive wins. On to the next one, hopefully we'll get 3 points today.
Yeah, absolutely, and we mentioned off broadcast there, Andy Priest made 5 changes this afternoon, bringing in Christy Montgomery. Of course, Christy signed officially yesterday, did train for the club on Thursday, but along with that, Scott Wilson misses out through injury. Harvey Smith, who came in quite seamlessly on Tuesday night, is in his place, as well as that, a change up front. Mamadou Toure starting alongside Cole Hall, with Tom Carr and Jack Sampsonoli on the bench. A case of just trying to spread minutes accordingly, do you think?
Yeah, it does seem like a lot of changes, but no, these games are coming thick and fast. There's a lot of games Tuesday, Saturday coming up, so Priest's using the squad, making sure people get a bit of a rest here and there, but the people that are on the bench will come on, so there will be impact from them as well. But there should be enough in that squad that's starting to get the 3 points.
Yeah, just looking in terms of South Shields, obviously the big omission for them, our visitors, the Mariners, is the main man up front, Paul Blackett, leading goal scorer in the league this season, and unfortunately being informed he's missing out due to a slight knock. Was injured in midweek, came off after 20 minutes, and of course a familiar face, their captain number 6, Martin Smith. Smudger spent a bit of time with us a few years ago when we were in the National League. We all know what he brings to the table, and of course it looks like they're going to set up with a 4-3-3 formation, so could be one of those games as it was in the reverse fixture, a 3-3 draw, that both teams are sort of going for it in a fast, frenetic tempo we may well expect.
Yeah, I say 3 up front is kind of what they've been playing with recently. I think, like you mentioned there, Martin Smith, we know what the quality he's got. He sits in that sort of that base of midfield, plays the Pirlo role, if that makes sense, looking to be sort of the quarterback and spreader around. Good quality player. Captain now, obviously, of South Shields. He's the one who's probably want to miss out. Everything goes through him, so we can nullify him in midfield. I think we'll get the win today.
Yeah, definitely, and obviously South Shields, a side who maybe would expect to be in a slightly higher position than they are at the moment. Chester manager Callum McIntyre made a few comments after their defeat last week at the First Cloud Arena, sort of suggesting that if South Shields don't finish in a higher position at the end of the season, then maybe questions will have to be asked of the manager. Certainly throwing their manager Elliot Dickman under the bus, but I think the problem that South Shields have had, and they've been the first ones to admit, is probably their inconsistency so far this season. That's
big coming from a Chester manager, isn't it? The exact same situation could be probably questioned towards him. I know they are sitting top of the league, but the many years that they've been in this league, and questions have been asked of their managers when they should have done so much better, but never really have, not really ever making playoffs and things like that. So I think you got to be careful what you say sometimes, because that can come back to bite you.
Yeah, I think maybe he will be regretting as such what he said. Callum McIntyre, maybe the fact that they don't probably play South Shields again this season may come back and help him, but is it a case of sour grapes after they were defeated? We'll never know, I guess, but like you say, we were 3-0 up in the previous game, first half, and then ended up conceding right at the death, and questions were asked of that day, and Andy Priest was visibly frustrated, and he'll have done his homework, him and his backroom staff and his team behind the scenes, and again it'd be good to see what Montgomery can offer as the two teams enter the field of play. Surely in the black and white stripes of Norman, South Shields with a bright yellow and claret and blue shorts. Quite a good crowd on this today, Oran. Looks like
decent crowd. It is a bit miserly, but this seems to be a decent crowd today. You mentioned obviously the 3-0 up and being 3-3 at the end. I think the mentality of this team has grown since then as well, so I don't think there's a risk of anything like that happening again. I think that was a momentary lapse of concentration which sort of gave that sort of 3-0 win into 3-3. And I think this team will come out and want to make a point today and make sure that nothing like that ever happens again this season.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you say, another platform to build upon our fantastic win in midweek, keep the unbeaten running going. We could extend it up to 10 games today with 5 wins if we get all 3 points. And, this time of the season now, 15, 16 games to go, it's about continuing, and it's the business end of it. Every game feels like a 6-pointer in every possible way. And another team today who are bang in there. A win for them could easily propel them, get their run kick-started and get them towards the playoff places, because the league is still wide open.
It is, and as you know, in this league, a couple of wins moves you 5-6 positions if you're a little bit down the table as well. So it's the business end of the season. We're in great form at the moment. There's a reason why we're that far up the table, and we're increasingly going up and up as well. We have got games in hand as well, but you want the points on the board, not just the games there as well. So it'll be a big test today, but I do think there's enough in this squad to win today and kick on for the rest of the season as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you say, the games just keep coming thick and fast. Of course, the Magpies take on Radcliffe Borough on Tuesday night. That game rearranged from New Year's Day, when, of course, the hosts on that day were in front, and the game was postponed at half-time due to a floodlight failure. So, again, another opportunity for Andy Priest's side, maybe to rotate further, change a few things around, but also, having been a goal behind in that game, you probably been too frustrated to have had the game off, given the way that Chorley were playing on that day. But it just feels relentless at the moment, and the games, after today, a bit of a break at home. This weekend, next weekend will be away at Warrington Town, and then Farsley Celtic on the Tuesday night. So it just keeps on coming.
Yeah, like you said, that Boxing Day game was a bit of a random anomaly with the floodlights going out. We're losing 1-0 at the time. We were playing terrible as well, let's be pretty honest there. But it swings and roundabouts. Earlier in the season we were 1-0 up and the game had to be postponed. So it just happens. Things like that happen. But it's how we react to it, how you move on. And then since that game, Chorley have been in great form. And hopefully that continues today. Yeah,
absolutely. And the man in charge this afternoon is Mr. David Jones. He's joined by his assistants Kieran Shell and Bilal Musa. The fourth official this afternoon is Mr. Ethan Murray. Andy Priest in the dugout for Chorley alongside Chris Anderson. A word for Ando. Congratulations to him on the birth of his second daughter this week, and also to our CEO Terry Robinson. His daughter gave birth early in the week as well, so congratulations all around to those. And looks like it'll be Sal Shields who'll get us underway. Will Jenkins, the number 10, waiting for the referee.
It's great to hear about more Magpies fans coming along.
Yeah, definitely with the game underway. Definitely with the way that the games have been going in recent weeks on the Tuesday nights, of course you're going to have a bit of a buffer in your crowd because of the midweek and the evening games, but great to see so many in today. It certainly looks a lot busier than it has been for quite a while.
Yeah, it is. And up in the stand here, there's not much seats really available, and all around the pitch we're quite deep in fans, which is great.
Yeah, great to see. Like I said, maybe a case of we haven't played at home for quite some time, so great to have them back in as Montgomery just gets his first touch there for the Magpies, lays it off to Blakeman, and Chorley straight away just see operating George Horbury out on this right hand side. Interesting to see what the shape is for Andy Priest. Of course, going with more of a conventional 4-4-2, and it looks that way with Horbury over on the right, Eze over on the left, with Hall and Torre up front, Montgomery alongside Mike Calverley.
Yeah, and our new midfielder in centre mid, wearing the number 7.
Yep. Chorley, of course, last couple of games have started really well, Oran. Goals inside the opening 15 minutes, and probably something that they'll be happy with and wanted to continue, because really, other than that, I can't remember an awful lot of games where Chorley have started so quickly in terms of goals, for sure.
Yeah, Priest always wants them to start early, start quick, get a goal in, get comfortable. But South Shields will be a challenge today.
Yeah, absolutely, and as we say, they'll be looking to start quickly themselves. Montgomery, of course, a player, as I mentioned earlier on, was at Marine earlier this season. He did play against Chorley in the FA Trophy, and didn't really notice too much of him on that day. From speaking to Cole Hall yesterday, Cole very complimentary of how he performed in training and how he played against Marine. Same with Mo Torre, obviously mentioned, he was quite a handful on that day, but be interesting to see how he slots in, and bold and brave from Andy Priest to start him straight away on debut.
Yeah, it's good that these local clubs, we can build relationships with them. So, your Blackburns, Burnleys, Boltons, they feel confident to send players for you to get experience to play a more senior level of football.
Just interesting there, Matt Irwin forced to come out and clear that one. It looked like he didn't hit it cleanly, but he has managed to keep it in. Tom Broadbent goes back to Miles Boney at the other end. The ball just bobbling a touch as Jack Moore can't get the ball under with his head and has Kyle Chorley for company, but
yeah, it's first corner.
Shepherd away, and it's the first corner for South Shields.
Yeah, it was a long, deep kick by the goalkeeper down to where Jack Moore was playing and right back, and he couldn't get a full head on it, so it's more the back of his head, and could only really put it out for a corner there rather than getting a full clearance on it. So the opportunity for South Shields here for the first corner of the game.
Yeah, and a lot's been spoken, Warren, hasn't it, about set pieces, and Chorley had a mention with a couple of lads from South Shields, and they said, you know, how will they get on? They said it will depend on how we defend set pieces, but Chorley themselves have defended set pieces really well recently. Hopefully that isn't the case of the commentator's curse, but look, it's important how they defend both boxes. I think managers have always said that, you know, you can't rely on scoring at one end and then not being able to defend the other. Taken short, comes towards the edge of the box, and a bit of miscommunication ends up with Chorley having the ball at their feet, and Toure finds Montgomery, who does find himself on the left, goes towards Eze. Looks like it's just a bit too much on that, but chases well, holds onto it nicely, the Bolton Loney. 2-3 players around him. Montgomery still there, just goes back to, does find Montgomery, who just slips. Referee David Jones though does say foul. Good to see Montgomery pushing on the Warren, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good to see that. We aren't exactly too sure if he's going to be a bit more of a defensive or attacking midfield, sort of centre midfield player, but he was quite high there, got up quick from that counter attack from the corner, put Eze down the left there, but kind of went down a bit of a blind corner, couldn't really get out of the corner there, and resulted in Montgomery pushing the right back in the back and giving away a free kick. But good start really so far.
I have to say though, it's nice to see. He looks confident, doesn't he? Looks like he started well.
Yeah, it doesn't look fazed by, you know, obviously he's probably only played sort of maybe under 21s, under 19s level. He played a little bit, as you say, at Marine.
Yeah.
But this is, you know, proper men's seniors football. But doesn't look out of place.
Yeah. And Blakeman overtake throw won't be a long one. Just for everyone listening, can you just confirm that the audio levels are okay, and let us know where you're tuning in from this afternoon? It'd be great to hear from you. We will keep you updated as well on the latest score elsewhere in National League North, and I'm sure the goals will start to flood in. Already a couple to report. Get your thoughts on those. Leamington taking the lead against Farsley Celtic, and Marine taking the lead against Brackley.
Well, I like the Marine result. I like that one.
Curzon Ashton also a goal to the good away at Peterborough Sports. They've sort of fallen a little bit in the last few weeks, Curzon Ashton, but an early goal for them will be a real settler for Craig Marn's side.
Yeah, they'll always be around there as well. They'll be in the playoff hunt, I'd say. Farsley Celtic doesn't surprise me, unfortunately. You know, we've all seen what's happening with their club, not even playing at home, playing at Buxton. But Brackley, after that 4-1 obviously result, loss with us on Tuesday night, questions will be asked if they lose again today.
Yeah, we'll have to definitely keep an eye on that Marine goal. Marine scored in the first minute, in fact, just got to mention there.
Hopefully it was Jack Hazelhurst.
I was going to say that'd be the one to check on from my point of view. Is Jack Hazelhurst. As Martin Smith not best pleased as the foul is given against him. It was Bobby Grant who got the goal for Marine, as Jack Hazelhurst actually on the bench for Marine. Great to see Ryan listening in. Ryan, of course, too busy today looking after his cats. So, Oran into deputise. Keith, great to see you. Sure we'll have a good catch up on Wednesday for the community friendship group. And Alan, great to hear you listening in from Koh Chang in Thailand. And surely a set piece opportunity, the first one of the game for the Magpies. 6 minutes on the clock, goes in towards the back post, and Broadbent all over the back of Harvey Smith, almost in a headlock. But surely move isn't over yet. Horbury just squeezed out of that one, and Jenkins under pressure from Horbury needs to get this one clear quickly.
Whoa, that is.
That was an interesting clearance. Yeah. How would you describe that? Well, it wasn't really a clearance.
No, it wasn't. The one thing in football you're always told is don't play it across the own edge of your box.
Great ball in from Eze. Just doesn't fall kindly though. And Blakeman now, opportunity knocks, has a shot into a number of bodies on it. It's a game of head tennis for South Shields, 3 heads on the trot. Montgomery's pass is just a bit too much, trying it for Blakeman. The move breaks down, and South Shields have a throw on the far side.
Yeah, you're always told don't play it across your own box, as a defender. Well, the guys at left back, and I can only describe as he puts a cross into his own box.
Yeah.
It was strange.
Yeah, he just sort of, I don't think he even sliced it.
No,
he just pins it across goal, and it ends up with Eze, but
it was a great cross. The ball's all the way back now to Irwin. Kicks it long.
Well, it's falling kindly for Horbury. We'll have to chase. Good pressing from George Horbury. Just puts his man under pressure to clear it as Jenkins heads it in the middle of the park. Calverley and Smith just working together. Montgomery again, full of energy through the middle of midfield, and Smith just tries to hold off Eze, catches him. Eze beats 2, driving through the middle. Dubemeze going to try and take the shot. No, he's not. Holds it, the second opportunity, and can't find Cole Hall, and Martin Smith uses experience to go back to Miles Boney. But that's what the Dubemeze can do, especially at home, Oran.
He does. He sort of opens the play up, run through midfield, done 2 players, jink left and right. Just couldn't get that through ball. He tried a little dink chip ball through to Cole Hall, but it was sort of Cole Hall was sort of on the back of his heels. Really should have been expecting that sort of ball through, but it goes back to the keeper.
What do you think of that, though? Do you think maybe Eze could have offloaded it a bit sooner?
Possibly. Could have played a little bit sooner, or maybe even try to get the strike away. Sometimes, when you jink left and jink right, you sort of let defenders sort of settle themselves a little bit and sort of get yourself standing up there. But if you create that opening on the first jink, if you know what I mean, you really sometimes just need to get it away. Get that shot away.
It looked set that he was going to let fly, but he did end up going back in on his left foot, which he has done quite a fair bit this season, as Cole Hall just comes together there with Broadbent. Broadbent comes off worse off, but both okay to continue.
When those attacking midfielders run out of defence, they are panicking as well. So he creates instability, he creates panic. It's a good thing about Eze. You may question maybe end product a little bit of time, but he's here to learn.
Definitely getting in the right areas, and this time it's Mark Ellis just caught there by the 35 Dylan Stevenson. Stevenson, I think it was, who was named man of the match in the Mariners 2-0 win against Chester last weekend. Another one to look out for in the absence of Blackett. Jack Moore now, who's come in for Adam Henley, just looking to drive forward a touch as Blakeman now has the ball right on the centre circle into Torre. Given time to keep hold of the ball, Torre, and Moore goes out wide left, finds Eze in a pocket of space. Yeston Hughes is opposite number as Eze looks to drive. Good sliding challenge from Hughes though, and as you say, Oran, Eze adept with both feet and looking to drive the Magpies forward in this early stages.
Yeah, he got himself wide left there. The sort of diagonal ball was on. Some nice footwork by the Chorley player, some one-touch pass, and gets the ball out left, and good defending by the South Shields defender there. It's out for a big throw from Blakeman.
This one probably will be the first long throw, you'd imagine, Oran, of the game. Blakeman over it, 12 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, the danger men are up there.
Don't think he's not thrown that clearly, but it does find the head of Ellis. Smith has it at his feet. Ellis has a shot. It's probably headed over, but it deflects off a South Shields player and it's out for a corner.
It's just mental how the ball is a magnet to Mark Ellis in that box. When there's a breakdown or a flicked on header, the ball comes to him. So he was about 15 yards out there, went for it was a bit of a swipe with his left foot, but deflected out for a corner. Another opportunity here. Yeah,
set piece. Blakeman over it, Ellis there.
He's free.
It's towards Ellis, it's headed on by Ellis. There's no one there at the back post, and Tom Broadbent is furious. He thumps it clear. Not cleanly though, and Blakeman will go over the other end to take the long throw again.
Yeah, it's a good chance that Ellis got free from his man, sort of on the angle of the 6-yard box. Could only flick it to the back post. It's clear for throw in. Another throw in here now from Blakeman's opposite side, from the right back.
no joy on that one, as again South Shields just thump it clear, and Matt Owen has the ball now at his feet as they look to push on up. George Horbury stayed quite advanced, as is Adam Blakeman, who you think will eventually just start to make his way back, but Irwin in no hurry at all, just picks the ball up eventually when he's under pressure from Stevenson, and now goes for it out of his hands.
Yeah, I prefer when Blakeman does that. Sorry, well, yes, Blakeman and Irwin does that when the ball comes back to Irwin from that situation. Just giving a bit of time to let Blakeman get back from, he's going from right back all the way back to left back, if you know what I mean. So
good running from Jack Moore. He just looks to find Mo Torre, and I think Tom Broadbent, he's under pressure. He can't get his feet together. Goes off Torre. Corner ball.
Yeah, Torre put him under good pressure there. He didn't really know where his feet were, I don't think, and he was trying to get it clear, but he couldn't.
Just didn't look comfortable, did he, Broadbent? I think Torre did well in the end to win the corner.
It was a good physical battle as well, and obviously he sort of on the back of his heels trying to clear it with his left foot, unnatural to him, and the ball just rolls over the line for the corner. Another big chance for Chorley here as they get the big man forward.
So again, it will be Blakeman
to
deliver. Horbury's the short option, but he's going to go in towards the box. He goes towards the box. Boney's all over the back of Torre. Doesn't fall to Cole Hall.
It's out for another corner on the other side now.
Very nearly did. It was Ellis again. I think he just got a slight touch on it, but it must have come off a South Shield defender, because it is another corner, and Blakeman's over to take it. Great to see Roger Hall. I'm sure there's a relation there of Cole. Listening in Bermuda. Keep you updated on how Cole's getting on this afternoon. So Blakeman again to take this one over the left-hand side, the far side. Eze offers the short one, but he goes long towards the back post. Boney's there, and again cleared away at the expense of another corner by Tom Broadbent.
Yeah, getting closer and closer. This one was more sort of straight down the byline, if that makes sense, over the top of the keeper's head. Defender had only one option to put that out for another corner, really. He probably didn't know what was around him there, but dangerous balls coming in from Blakeman, and we know how good his crosses are. Another one this side from the in-swinger.
Yeah, just interesting, is it a case of it, it's beginning to come? Will they succumb to the pressure, South Shields? Because comes in the back post towards Ellis. Is always there. Broadbent does really well though in the end to actually get ahead on that, and South Shields have also done well to keep that ball in.
Chance.
Cole Hall has the ball at his feet, tidies himself nicely, battling away with Will Jenkins, who just about does the better of the Bermudan. He looks to get things up and running for South Shields, can't do it, and South Shields have got to throw right on halfway.
South Shields players down on one knee.
Yeah, just a momentary pause. Referee David Jones has spotted that Tom
Looks like
Broadbent.
it's a sub, actually.
Yeah, Tom Broadbent down in some discomfort. I was being aware that South Shields have had quite a few defensive injuries this season, and it looks like another one here.
Ashton Mee coming on, it looks like, number 18.
This is Ashton Mee, then what the information I've been given by South Shields, it's a centre midfielder, Ashton Mee. So will it be a change of shape, or will it just be a case of shoehorning him in?
He's a big lad, Tom Broadbent, so this could be particularly in the attacking set pieces for Chorley. This could be a chance.
Broadbent, he did really well, didn't he, to deny Mark Ellis there what looked like another opportunity on his plate, and Broadbent, Broadbent is done. Yeah. Another couple of goals to report in National League North. Peterborough Sports have equalised against Curzon Ashton. Needham Market have taken the lead against Oxford City, and Chester, the league leaders, have taken the lead at home against Rush All Olympic. So yeah, Ashton Mee, 17 minutes on the clock, is on in place of Tom Broadbent.
Looks like the potential has shifted at the three at the back now.
Yeah, it does look that way, Oran. Like I say, with the notes I've got here that Ashton Mee is a central midfielder, so they're going to play full-backs at centre half in a three.
I'm trying to think of that. Well, Heaney seems to be like at the left wing back position.
It's the first shot on target in the afternoon.
First shot on target.
Yeah. Dylan Stevenson just gets free a little bit there. Wasn't ever going to test Matt Irwin, just a little bit of a sighter for him, but But Irwin again goes long, finds towards Cole Hall, who just can't get on the end of that. Jack Moore under pressure and has to concede a throw just inside the South Shields half. All over the back of Dubemeze again there. Martin Smith puts pressure on Christy Montgomery, but Montgomery does well to win the throw.
Yeah, he's done well so far. He looks busy. I think there was on Tuesday night there was a lot of midfield battles, and Chorley were first and
Good
second.
head on from Cole Hall to find Torre. Tries to get his feet together, but put under, and Jack Moore just taken down there by Kyle Crossley. And South Shields looking to break here quickly. Dylan Stevenson driving towards the box, puts it across goal, misses the ball. The goal at his mercy. If he could have got a foot on that, it falls back to Martin Smith, who has a shot. Montgomery slides in really well though, and South Shields just about to keep it alive. Jenkins, pocket of space. Dubemeze does really well there though, doesn't he, Oran?
Yeah, he does well. That's what he needed to do. Sometimes you need your midfield to come back and, pinch that ball sometimes, break it down. He's done really well there.
It was a really promising move there from South Shields. Just broke quickly down the right hand side, puts the ball across and just can't find a player inside the box.
Again, he gets a cross in, but it's cleared and out for a corner from Jack Moore. Yeah, good little play there by South Shields, breaking down both sides, looking to pass through the thirds and looking to create opportunities. They look like they want to battle in that midfield, and it'll be down to Montgomery and Calvary to try to win that.
Yeah,
as I mentioned before, it was a bit of a battle on Tuesday night where Calves was first to everything, winning the first and second balls, as well as Joe Nolan.
Yeah, Joe Nolan, of course, on the bench this afternoon. Someone who's really impressed me, in recent weeks. Has got a good run in the team. I'm sure he'd be disappointed to have only made the bench after being such a prominent part of the midfield alongside Calvary, but no doubt, as you said, Oran, he'll get some minutes today.
Oh yeah, corner coming in.
Smith takes it flat straight to Blakeman, who clears.
Yeah, did well there. Chorley got the ball away.
Yeah, South Shields look to give it back. It was Heaney, who's, like you say, Oran, playing in that sort of left wing back position. He tried to find Smith, but miskicked it and had to concede a throw. Need not worry though from a South Shields point of view. It won't be a long throw this time. It's right on halfway as Cole Hall does really well to win that one. Pressure on Heaney here. South Shields probably a bit fortunate there to manage to clear that as Montgomery's put under pressure, finds Blakeman and Torre's in it.
Chip him! Yes!
From Mamadou Torre. Absolutely brilliant from the Gambian. Sees Miles Boney off his line. Dinks it over 25-30 yards, and the Magpies on 22 minutes have the lead.
Yeah, great goal there. Montgomery broke it down in the midfield. He made a tackle, passed it over to Blakeman, who was coming in more sort of an inside midfield position. Played the ball over the top. The defender couldn't get anything on it. The keeper was well off this line. Torrey had one look to his left, could see what he easily had to do. Simple little chip over his head. 25 yards out. 1-0 Chorley.
Yeah, and I think Oran, not necessarily against the run of play, but South Shields just had a really good 5 minutes of play there, and all of a sudden Blakeman lofty delivery over the top. Torre he took one little look, and then all of a sudden bang, Miles Boney scratching his head asking what on earth's gone on there.
Yeah, it's a moment of quality there. You've got the delightful ball through for Blakeman. It's got the right wheel on it that the defender can't do enough, not really do anything on it. Even if he got a slight head on it, would have still went through. And then that skill from Torre, simple little dink, sort of a half volley over the top of the keeper's head to say 1-0 Chorley. Great start. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, Andy Priest absolutely delighted with that. And again, Andy Priest makes the change, brings in Torre from the start, and I think it's a case of he's rewarded with that, Andy Priest and Mo Torre for his efforts. And Torre hasn't really been in the goals much of late, but that'll be a really big confidence boost for him.
He's a player I think plays a lot on. Oh, was it? That's fine. Plays a lot on confidence. He does a lot of the play that a striker does that's unseen. You know, he breaks the defence. He sort of stretches play, but you know, you don't get a goal or you don't get an assist for it. But he's kind of the pass before the assist. If that makes sense.
Yeah, he's a very unselfish striker, isn't he? Is the assistant on the far side, Bilal Musa, flags for offside.
Yeah, he's very, very unselfish. He does like to pass it. Or sometimes you do say to him, "Oh, take that shot." Sometimes, but he did excellent there. That will do them the world of good.
It'll do Chorley the world of good as well. Absolutely, in terms of their confidence. And again, as we said earlier on, Oran, it's a case of can Chorley get off to a good start, and another goal scored in the opening half is just, you know, again, it puts them in the driving seat, albeit with only a 1-goal cushion.
But you don't settle now. You push on. You go for the second. That's what you want. You want the second. You want the third.
Good head on from Smith, and Cole Hall's up, battling away. Balls nicely to Eze, who's just under pressure from Yestin Hughes. Chorley just looking to build on that opener. Horbury delivers. It's unconvincingly cleared back to Eze, who just finds Smith. It's a great ball. Oh. It's Harvey Smith this time with a good ball over. Mark Ellis under pressure. Blakeman, unconventionally this time, just puts his foot through it and goes over the top.
Yeah, one of those ones where Blakeman probably thinks, oh, I've overcooked this one. It's going to go past me. I'm better sticking it 60 yards over the bar and out for a goal kick.
Wasn't a shot though, was it?
No. Wouldn't count that was a shot. He was just, you know, better away than anywhere.
Yeah, I think it's just a case of he's just trying to put his foot through it and see what happens next. No harm though on Montgomery. Just trying to shepherd away Ashton Mead. Cole Hall battles away, does really well there. And Hughes just heads it back to the goalkeeper in Boney. Interesting as well, Oran South Shields have chop and change their goalkeeper. When we played them back earlier in the season, Boney wasn't the man in goal. He went for an academy player instead, and now though it looks like Boney has cemented his place back as the number one in goal. A lot of experience at this level, but there's nothing he could do about that challenge, was there? No,
not at all really. He's kind of like, it's one of those ones that he's been expected to be on probably the edge of his box really, and that ball, because it was a quick turnover and it was a ball over the top very quickly, it's one of those situations you've seen 100 times. The keeper's in a really good position, but actually because the ball goes so quick over the top and the defender misses it, he's left in no man's land. Not through a mistake from himself, it's just how it happens. But one position is a goalkeeper where I think you always have to have consistency as well, and we've been lucky with that with Merwin.
Yeah, absolutely. Merwin, you know, a settled player. He's made over 300 appearances for Chorley, and a mainstay like a lot of the other players. As Blakeman delivers, finds the head of Ellis, flicks it across. Toure, good touch. Just a bit too much on that though. I think Eze will just about keep it in. He does, keeps it in well. Goes first time with the cross, dangerously. Briggs puts his foot through it and concedes a throw. It will be another one. Opportunity for a long throw for Chorley. Just looking at the National League North, no other goals gone in to report since the last update. Elsewhere in the Premier League, Fulham were goals to the good against Nottingham Forest. Blakeman, up it goes towards Ellis, headed on by Horbury. And Salcio just thump it clear. Man City 2 goals to the good against Newcastle. 2 goals for their new man Omar Marmoush. Bournemouth 2-0 up against Southampton, and Brentford 1-0 up at the London Stadium against West Ham. The all-important one for us, Oran, is Chorley 1-0 up here, and Leamington have made it 2 against Farsley Celtic. David Stockdale really has got the job on his hands there, hasn't he?
Yes. Oh, chance here.
What a save!
How does he not score? Oh my days! It was great play down the left by South Shields. The ball's crossed to the middle. He just has to steady himself and put it away. There was great defending there from Blakeman coming in, and Matt Irwin made himself big.
What a save with his feet. I don't know how he's not scored. He seems to have an eternity of time to put the
ball
away.
There.
He should score.
That's the thing, you've got to be careful. 1-0, you know, you're not out of this game really up 1-0. There's still loads of chance. And so you have to be careful that they don't concede. And bring this back to a stalemate. Corner coming in cross.
It goes, it's flicked away by Montgomery and goes all the way out wide. I think it's Will Jenkins, the ball. Good delivery. What a save! And
No, he's getting the yellow card. It's a handball.
a handball?
He scored with his hand.
Oh, wow. That's a turn up for the books.
Yeah. Now,
He scores with his hand and he's booked.
yeah. The strange thing there is that the linesman doesn't flag that. That's the referee. The referee sees that. So credit to him there.
Credit to the referee, David Jones, for spotting that.
Yeah. The linesman doesn't flag for it. And Andy Priest is letting him know.
Just get confirmation of who it was who did score with it, and I think it might have been number 11, Kyle Crossley. We'll just get confirmation of that. But similar, there was an incident earlier, a couple of weeks ago, with Marine and Farsley Celtic, where a Marine player clearly scored with his hand, and it wasn't spotted, apart from the person who videoed it, clear and plumb. And the outrage after the game followed. But like you say, Oran, credit to David Jones for spotting that so well.
Chance here. Chorley's got to be careful here. The Kings sort of coming second. They can't keep the second to the ball, and South Shields are getting chances here. Getting in behind Chorley at the left back and right back positions. They need to shore it up and put a bit of foot on this ball at the minute.
Yeah, I'm not too sure who was who put the ball into the back of the net. We'll just get some confirmation of that. But again, the danger signs are coming. South Shields do appear to be growing into the game, and they've certainly not lied down since conceding the opener. They've really they've battled well to try and get themselves back into this one straight away.
Yeah, definitely. Well, the ball's over the top. Torres pressing for it.
Great ball from Eze, that, and Cole Hall. Oh, that's unfortunate for Cole.
Yeah,
he does really well. His eyes are on it.
It's good defending though, really. You know, the defender knows that Cole's going to go across from behind him. So as soon as he comes anywhere close behind him, he's going to throw himself down. You've seen it 100 times, but it is a free kick. We've played a quick out to Heaney here in the far left. Foul as Jack Moore steps in front of the ball and he's brought down by Crossley. Chorley want to play this quick. Holby takes it through the thirds.
Good touch there from Cole Hall. He's outnumbered and Jack Moore will just go to deliver it first time. Over towards Torrey, just can't get on the end of it, but the move is still very much on here for Chorley. Dima Meze. Back post towards Horbury. Puts his foot on it. Cole Hall. Jack Moore goes for goal. On target. Yep. Every right to do it, but straight at Miles Boney.
Yeah, sort of like took a touch, took it in the half volley. Keeper was pretty comfortable taking that within two hands and holding it. But one of them ones you got to have a go.
So we all know Oran, the threat that Jack Moore poses from full back, the delivery that he's got. I don't think he's yet to score for Chorley, but you know, moments like that you can't blame him one jot for having a go at goal.
Absolutely, he's got a great touch, got a great sort of strike on the ball. I think he'll back himself every time.
You see that Brackley have equalised at Marine thanks to a Matt Lowe goal. Man City 3 goals to the good against Newcastle. Omar Marmoush 33-minute hat-trick. Interesting that a friend of mine, Oran, said he wouldn't be going anywhere near Man City today given their lineup, and they're 3-0 up just after half an hour.
Don't ever
done well there. George Hobry's all over his shirt.
Referee, come on.
David Jones doesn't give you anything against Heaney. To be all over George Horbury. This time it was all the way back to Ellis, who again Heaney and Horbury battle away. Jack Moore doesn't hit that cleanly.
Oh, good defending there by
Blakeman again Smith. Does really well just to find Torre.
He's through.
Sips towards Cole Hall. Miles Boney's on it. Does really well, Miles Boney, to see the danger and come out quickly to deny Cole Hall.
Yeah, he did well. Cole was just maybe a yard off it. He would have, if he got there first and had that little flick on it, he would have got it past the keeper, but the keeper was out well, made himself big, held the ball. He threw it out pretty quick as well to get the attack going for South Shields, but the midfielder lost the ball and has actually given away a free kick to Chorley on the halfway line. Looks like Blakeman's going to play this one deep.
Yeah, it's another opportunity. You had 3 or 4 of those already or in the first half where obviously you know where it's going to go, but Blakeman's delivery, second to none really at this time.
Creates chaos.
There it goes, it's up towards Harvey Smith, who does flick it on, and Mark Ellis is the edge of the box, right hand side, finds Horbury, who goes first time, falls over in the process. Martin Smith heads it. Montgomery up against Ashton Mee. And South Shields now, all of a sudden, does really well though. Ashton Mee can get his feet together. Ashton Mee is out for a South Shields corner on, and you see there how quickly, although fortuitously for South Shields, the move just went from strength to strength. Ashton Mee did really well.
Yeah, he did really well. Sort of broke down the right hand side. George Horbury was tracking back. Sort of did really well with his defending, sort of keeping goal side and not allowing him to get in. You know, if he had just a little bit more pace, Ashton would have been in. But it's out for another South Shields corner. Chorley again have to be careful here. Keep giving these chances.
Have a look at the corner count, just what we're looking at here, Oran. South Shields, it's their 4th corner, and Chorley also on 4, so...
Yeah. Set piece FC, as I say.
Set piece again, it says Kieran Trafford. This one taken short by South Shields, and they got it all wrong.
That one wasn't off the training ground.
1-2, and it goes back out for a Chorley throw.
No, it's you know, when a set piece comes off, you love it, but when things like that are done, you just like lump it in.
Another big goal in National League North to report. Kidderminster Harriers have taken the lead against Alfreton Town, another place that's notoriously hard to get a result at. I think that one's from a set piece as well, judging by what I've just seen. As things stand, early days in the game, Chorley up to 3rd with a game in hand, but
tackle.
Got to be on it here. South Shields looking to get themselves back into the game.
That's silly from Torre.
Like David Jones, is he going to go for his pocket? I don't think he is. Will Jenkins claiming, although he was about 40 yards up the other end, claiming for an elbow.
You can see what he's doing. He's trying to back into him, but you know, sort of you make yourself strong and you put your arms up, but it was a bit of a silly tackle there. The ref's having to think about it.
I don't know if
I think it will be a yellow.
He is. He's going to book Mamadou Toure, I think.
It's probably right for a yellow there.
Yeah.
I think more would have been a bit harsh, but sometimes it's just let the defender get it away, really.
It is interesting that he's giving that though, because if he gives that, then he's got to give it all game now.
You're absolutely right there. And you know Mark Ellis loves getting close to a striker when the ball's played over the top as well, so yeah, be interesting to watch that.
Well, as we saw on Tuesday night, Oran, the battle that was ongoing between Mark Ellis and Gareth Dean. Gareth Dean and Mark Ellis were at it all game. Dean especially would not let go of Mark Ellis.
No.
Few arms, few elbows, and nothing was given to Dean on that day. Well, it looked at one point that there was all but certain penalties.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, I think Mark Ellis was joking and said, "I'm going to give Mark Dean my shirt after this game," because he was pulling it off him.
So a booking apiece. Chorley still a goal to the good. 37 minutes as Boney just goes for the diagonal ball. It's off the arm.
Oh, the post.
What a strike from Dylan Stevenson. It's actually up for a corner. It must have come.
Well, it's either been an amazing save by Matt Irwin onto the post, or came off the defender on the strike through.
I don't think it came off Matt Irwin. I don't think Matt Irwin got a hand on it.
Well, he's given a corner anyway, so someone got a touch on it. But yeah, off that right stanchion. And again, another corner, another chance for South Shields. Chorley need to get back into this game. They say they're 1-0 up, but they're not on top. Other than the scoreline. Corner comes in, half cleared, back out to the taker again.
This delivery from the right is the dangerous one. That time wasn't on the money, and Blakeman just goes clear. Destin Hughes with the ball at his feet, loose touch, but again, South Shields just looking to build, and Irwin has to be on the spot and does well there, and actually goes for a quite a smart roll to find George Horbury, who just lets it get away from him and luckily keeps the throw.
Yeah, Matt Owen commanding the box there, coming out and collecting the ball, and obviously with that opportunity for a quick counter attack, tries to get the ball out quick to George Horbury. That is on every time down that right wing, particularly if having this 3-5-2, they're lopsided when they come down one side.
I have to say though, like, they've really come into this game. I don't think before the goal, I think they were showing promising signs, South Shields, but probably have maybe edged it just a touch since going behind.
I would agree with there, Pete. Other than the scoreline, I would say South Shields are probably the better team so far. Definitely with the most attempts on goal. Hitting that post, being unlucky. Just a bit of luck for them, really, and I think they'll be back in this game. So Andy Priest needs to have a word with the boys here.
Interesting. All of Chorley's shots, so 3 of them have all been on target, and South Shields have had 3. And that's discounting the effort that's just hit the post. So again, danger signs are there, and we'll say 10 minutes to go, including stoppages. It's not the case by any means. Andy Priest will be looking to go in at the break, but I think he'll just have to remind his players that this game is far from over.
Yeah, and there's one team that maybe want the break and one team that don't at the minute because they're on top. South Shields at the minute in terms of momentum, and obviously not the scoreline. But if hitting the post, that one that was just on the edge of the box, the edge of the 6-yard box that he should have just put away, really. The scoreline could be 2 on South Shields here, really honest. But
Montgomery there, just for me, Oran, I don't know what you think. Just needs to get his foot under that and hold it, but instead, fortuitously, Eze wins the ball back well, goes to the byline, looks to cross, but it's good defending from Mackenzie Heaney, who eventually shepherds it out for a goal kick.
Yeah, it was Heaney who gave the ball away. Got caught on the ball a little bit, and Eze took it off him. He did well to sort of defend back as well. He's got on his left hand, he's got all sort of casted up as well. Looks like he's got broken fingers. So he looks like he's being a bit cautious with that arm as well. So he's not a fully fit player.
We'd hope he's not been punching any changing room doors, Oran.
Oh no, that doesn't happen very often, does it?
So Boney goes long. Ellis is comfortably up above everyone else to win that. Horbury and Montgomery. Horbury goes long, and Chorley just maybe need to settle themselves down a little bit. But South Shields look prone to these types of errors, Oran, where they're just giving the ball away. But that time, Jack Moore puts his foot through it, gets it all wrong, and finds Aidan, the videographer, rather than a Chorley player.
Yeah, sort of Jack Moore sort of breaking down the right here, but sort of went out of. Basically, was going to run out for a throw-in, so he just tried to get anything on it, but ended up putting out for a goal kick. It seems to be Chorley are winning the midfield battle. They're breaking the ball down and taking it, but it's in that transition from midfield to striker. It's not sort of connecting. That sort of void there isn't happening. So the defence and midfield are quite linked and quite tight together, but the front two are either separate from each other or separate from the midfield. Sometimes you may need to play a number 10 in that position rather than 2 up top.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that, Oran. I think that final third, just struggling to get the ball under a little bit and keep going for these sort of
looped passes forward.
Looped passes. It's almost like a hopeful ball that they're going for, and being quite falling for them in the last few minutes.
I think so. Sometimes you just need to put the ball on the deck and play it through the thirds. At the minute, the defensive midfield seem to be doing that, but
you saw one there with Horbury and Montgomery where both of them weren't really on the same wavelength. As Hall just battles away for the ball, and Blakeman now left hand side. Plays the ball low. Briggs just puts his foot through it. This is where South Shields looked at the most dangerous, sort of on halfway, looking to build a move quickly, but this time they take the time. Jenkins in a pocket of space, but the press of Horbury forces him back. Heaney's got it, but doesn't get his foot under, and this is where South Shields will probably be a bit frustrated. They seem to just be a little bit slack in certain areas. They're not.
A little bit of lack of concentration.
They're not very refined, maybe.
Well, you can see what they're trying to do with this with the way the left wing back and the right wing back is that they sort of play it through the middle, back to the centre half, or one of the 3 centre halves, and then ping the ball out to the either left back or the right back. and try to break down that side. But every time they do that sort of chip ball forward, the wing back isn't getting control on it, and then therefore breaking forward.
That's another one there, Oran, where Blakeman just sort of puts his foot through it and hopes for the best. And Moore again the second time, and Moore, he's just gone that one straight out for a throw in. I'm just looking at Andy Priest. He doesn't look too frustrated with that. Elsewhere,
no,
National
sometimes
League
you
North,
just want to take the ball and have a touch there. Like, Moore's trying to play it forward. Yes, okay, you want the ball to get forward as quick as you can, but that kind of ball forward, the only way I can describe it was like in rugby when they're trying to put it out for a
just trying to
ball high
the
up.
territorial play,
Yeah.
just going for it first time. Maybe he should take a touch, and something I'm sure Andy Priest will be aware of. Great communication from Ellis there, who goes for it, and again good from Briggs to go back to Boney. Scunthorpe United have taken the lead against Scarborough Athletic. So all the teams towards the top at the moment, Oran, are all in front. With the exception of Kings Lynn, who are actually a goal down to Hereford.
Got to be careful there. Yeah, that's good.
Like you say earlier on, or it's that time of the year now where you really feel like you can't afford to drop points. The teams around you all seem to be winning, and one slip up from one team, and all of a sudden you're 2 or 3 places better or worse off as a result.
Yeah, you say well, after this 90 minutes here, you'll have a look and you'll see some teams have moved up 4 positions or gone down 4 positions, really, just on the back of one result. It is the business time. Another situation where Calvary's just a bit silly with the ball, trying to play it over the top, and there's no one there.
Yeah, just gives them the ball back, and Stevenson that time on Ellis. Referee David Jones uninterested. Jenkins hooks it towards Crossley, who is beaten to it by Calverley. Blakeman does well, takes his time, and now Calverley opportunity on halfway to drive forward. Down this left-hand side, Cole Hall's there with him. Keeps going though, Calverley.
It's done well.
Done really well. Tries to find the penalty box but can't. Montgomery touches it tightly. Given back by Eze. Martin Smith there to chase. Again though, another hopeful ball into the box, and too much on it for Cole Hall. What a header from Mark Ellis there though.
Yeah. Good header, but well defended. Plays it back to his keeper. 3 minutes of additional time.
3 added minutes.
Strange one this. Not too sure what Priestley would think of this. Obviously be happy being 1-0 up, but I don't think he'd be too happy with the performance in terms of how they're linking up.
Doesn't feel quite as well executed as it was on Tuesday night, and I think that's fair to say. Surely, have shown signs, and they are a goal to the good, but certainly not as polished maybe as Andy Priest would like.
No. If I was Shields and I was going down 1-0 at half time here.
Well, Eze finds Torre, good link up. That's the unselfish version of Mo Torre, where he's good with his feet, flicks it back. Calverley finds himself on the left. Montgomery does well there to win the touch. Now it's a foot race between Wilson and Stevenson. Irwin does well though in the end to win that battle. Hold on. And again, this is another one where Irwin's just going to take his time.
Yeah, take the sting out of it. Take a few minutes off the clock. Get in for half time. Priestley will have a word. If he needs to make any technical changes, he will do. I'm just thinking that link between this.
Just unfortunate there. Good touch from Cole Hall, using his height with his chest.
I personally would probably be saying, rather than Eze playing that sort of wide left role, maybe put him in the 10 and play more of a 3 centre midfielders.
Again, though, it's just that final pass, that final ball that seems to be eluding Chorley at the moment. Ultimately, look, it was that final pass, that final ball that earned them the opener before Torre's brilliant lob. And Harvey Smith is being booked for kicking the ball away.
Yeah, he wouldn't. A bit of gamesmanship there, really. You could see that there was a defender coming. A right back was coming, and it could be a chance for a throw in the right hand side, but he sort of lay on the ball a bit.
Yeah, it's interesting that.
I
just can't see at the moment. Oh, you have to help me on this one. Someone stood in the way. Stood right in the way on the stairs. Really, really obstructed at the moment. Just hoping that this move breaks down quite quickly.
Back to the centre half. He plays it
Forward.
Moore
Jack
just
Moore
hooked that
clears it
one
away.
clear, looks like.
And it's all the way back to South Shields keeper.
Yep. Ellis has been really good again today so far, and that is half time. As Mamadou Touré's brilliant lob separates us at the break. South Shields have had their opportunities, hitting the post, having the ball in the back of the net via a hand, and this game doesn't feel like it's over yet, Oran.
No, definitely not. I think, like I say, Priestley wouldn't be too happy with the way it's going so far. Happy with the result. Obviously, it would have been 1-0 to Chorley, but the momentum for South Shields, like you say, they've hit the post from a volley. They've had numerous corners. They had a shot from 6 yards that they probably should have scored as well. But the handball goal that, Cooney have got his head on it, really, and scored. So there has been chances for South Shields here. Something's got to change. I think Chorley need to get the foot on the ball, try to play through those thirds, maybe link up somewhere, maybe with the number 10, maybe not the two strikers up top, maybe play a number 10 in that position. But they're 1-0 up, so you'll be happy with that. There's another 45 minutes to come. Let's see what Priestley does.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether he makes any changes around that hour mark, but we'll leave you for now and we'll be back as the second half resumes. Go and get a brew, go and get a biscuit, wrap it warm if you aren't already, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes time.
Come on, Magpies.
Welcome back, everybody. Second half just about to get underway. Looks like one change for Chorley. Unsure if it's tactical or rest and recuperate or an injury related. It seems to be Oran, but it looks like Joe Nolan coming on to replace Christy Montgomery.
Potentially Montgomery, or is the only other person I don't see yet is George Horbury.
Yeah, it is. It's Montgomery off.
It's Montgomery.
Montgomery off at the break.
You know, he was doing pretty well in the first half as well, so, you know, we only get 45 minutes out of him is a bit disappointment. But Joe Nolan's a really good replacement, of course. Excellent game on Tuesday night. He'll come in, solid up that midfield. And won't be too much of a loss, to be fair, but
it looks like a like for like. I just have to hope that Montgomery is okay and that there's nothing more sinister. He didn't look like he was in any discomfort.
No.
He looked like he was going around absolutely fine.
I'm looking to see if Robbie's about. He seems to be.
Yeah, just got confirmation from Andy Priest that he's actually injured Christy Montgomery. He just hurt the back of his calf, I think Andy Priest was gesturing to. So a shame. On his debut, he just looked like he's tweaked something, Oran, and but like I say, waiting in the wings, a like-for-like replacement in Joe Nolan.
Yeah. You know, you won't complain. It's a good replacement. And we're back underway here. I'm just trying to see if there's any changes in the South Shield sort of setup as well in terms of formation-wise.
It's a shame that though, isn't it? It's fair to say, Oran. I thought he looked pretty accomplished and pretty good in terms of what he was doing and what he brought to the table. And Andy Priest, of all people, will be very frustrated to have lost his new signing after only 45 minutes of football. Just hope again that it's nothing too serious. And Joe Nolan straight away called into action, and Matt Irwin out quickly to deny Kyle Crossley, who was coming in from deep out of nowhere. Gratefully, the number one in goal holds on to the ball.
Yeah, one of those sort of like half attempts over the top really, and Harvey Smith sort of trying to shepherd it all the way back to Irwin, who gathers it up well. Well, we're back underway here.
Keep our eyes on the goals elsewhere around National League North and the Premier League. Chris Wood got a goal for Nottingham Forest before half time. Shock horror on that one. No needed Market, 2 goals to the good against Oxford City. Is breakdown in communication there.
Strange one that. The ball was out on sort of left attacking midfield, and he played the ball down the line to an invisible man, I think. And that's out for a Chorley goal kick. Strange one that. And Irwin now with the goal kick, looking to find Cole Hall. So Shields attacking down the right here.
Good head from Cole Hall just to break that one down. Justin Hughes, who was one of the better players for South Shields in that first half, really good defensively up against Dubemese at times, and Smith looks to head clear only as far as Stevenson, and Cole Hall again in really nicely on defensive duties.
Yeah, just tracking back there, not allowing the sort of midfield to get comfortable on the ball, and you know, just sticking a foot in and putting it out for a throw in. It helps the midfield and defence when those strikers come back.
Good turn from Dubemese to beat his man. Does well the second time, and Hall.
Through.
Ooh. Surprised that David Jones hasn't gone back to play the foul. It looked like an obvious one. The foot that was left in midfield. I think it was David Carson.
Yeah.
Just looked a bit slack in his foot in there, and left one on
left
Cole.
Left one on him, yeah. It's sort of quick play down the left, little 1-2s, where you beat a man and sort of beat him with pace. And then the through ball was sort of a bit of a left one on him.
Done well there, Mike Calverley.
Hole was alright, stood after it.
He just looked to bring Dubemeze into play, and it was just not enough on it. And Ellis does well, finds Chorley, who stayed on that left, and Cole Hall beats Robert Briggs, drives towards the box, puts it across the box, and it's off the number 10, Will Jenkins, at the expense of a Chorley corner.
Yeah, it was well done by Cole Hall. He sort of let the ball go over the top of him and then control it well. Try to beat him with pace, but two defenders on him, one left, one right. Try to cut across, but the defender quick with the tackle in. And it's out for a corner for Chorley.
5 corners apiece. Both sides yet to really test either goalkeeper from a set
South
piece.
Shields have everyone back as well. Every player in that box.
But Blakeman delivers all the way
Absolutely
over to Ellis.
free.
Oh my God, he's done it
Can
again.
you guess who it is?
Mark Ellis has done it again. 15 minutes, Blakeman to Ellis. I'm sure Ryan Jacobs of all people will be delighted with that one, and so is Andy Priest. You can't leave Mark Ellis free in the box, and it's been easy to be punished.
There is no, there's movement in the box, and the ball's floated in, and the only man in the whole box who's completely free, and we're talking between 5 and 10 yards free on the edge of the 6-yard box, is Mark Ellis.
I can't believe that. I cannot believe that he's been left with so much room.
You want 2 on him. That's all you do. You want 2 men on him, and he can't score. But Mark Ellis on the back stick heads it down, back of the net. That's his 10th league goal of the season. 2-0 Chorley. South Shields arguing with the referee here, asking for a foul. And it looks like he's booked 2 players for South Shields now.
I think he may have booked the number 2.
And potentially a third as well.
I cannot believe that though. And the fact as well, Oran, that when he does head the ball, Mark Ellis, he heads it down into the ground as well, which...
I just can't understand it, you know. You look at Arsenal who score so many from corners, and it's like, how do you not stop that? It's just, if the target is Mark Ellis, put 2 on.
Yeah. But fair to say, Oran, Andy Priest won't care one
Nope.
jot. He will not care one jot, and that's a cushion that Chorley needed, really, after the way that first half was going, with a few little opportunities, half chances for South Shields. To get the goal so soon after the restart is a massive confidence booster for them.
It's a big blow to their South Shields mentality on it as well. Still think we've had a big chance to get back in the S, but now that's 2-0. That's a bit of more of a hurdle, a bit of more challenge now. Set pieces again. Set piece FC.
Yeah, they say set piece again. Ole, ole, and South Shields will be kicking themselves to have conceded that one, as Blakeman now on the near side with a long throw to come in, and no doubt is their own who will be looking for in this one. It comes in, it's over towards Ellis, who flicks it up towards the back post.
Just lost
get away with that one. South Shields now. South Shields breaking away with bags of pace. It's
Jack Moore's booked as well, he's got to be careful.
Crossley and Moore Stevenson at the back post. I beg your pardon. Really good defending from Jack Moore.
Matt Oran will call that. Well done by Chorley.
Must say, Oran, I'd love to know how many defenders or how many players at this level have scored 5 in 5 this season, because there can't be many, especially not centre halves.
10 goals from a centre half.
You know where the ball's going, don't you?
You know, there have been a few comments, isn't there, the last few weeks from various managers who sort of labelled as a set-piece team, but ultimately it's a weapon in your armoury.
Absolutely.
Teams just don't seem to be able to know how to deal with it at all.
You know, set pieces are a major part of the game. Even in the Premier League, it's around about 45% of goals are scored from set pieces, whether it be a second phase from a corner or a second phase from a free kick. It's an absolutely danger way. Look at the Premier, like I say again, the Premier League. We've got coaches who are deliberately bought in, getting paid hundreds of thousands of pounds to do it.
Obviously, the big one in the Premier League this season has been Arsenal.
Yes, Aston Villa's got one. Manchester United's got one. Most teams have now. It's a special teams play. It's like American football.
Chance here for South Shields. Nolan in with a big 50-50 with Martin Smith. Andy Priest just calling that he wants the throw to be given to his side, but not on this occasion. South Shields all the work to do, but you have to say I don't think they're fully out of this one yet. The visitors now, move breaks down, and now Chorley an opportunity as Eze does really well, driving through the heart of the midfield, stays on his feet, does well, still retaining the ball. He's gone an awful long way and brilliantly, unselfishly finds Cole Hall, who just can't keep it in. It was just a bit too much on that Oran, and left Hall with a bit too much work to do.
Yeah, it was excellent work by Eze through the middle. Beats one man, beats the second man, beats the third man, goes back and beats that second man and the third man again. But then a simple pass out the Cole Hall on the right. Puts a bit too much pass, puts too much on it, and he puts it for a throw in.
Yeah, a shame really, because it was doing so
yeah,
well.
He's a rough diamond. He's a rough diamond. We'll give him that. Well broken turn. Great by Jack Moore.
Has to be a booking.
Square it. He's got him to square it.
Oh, he puts it wide. Goal at his mercy, and a chance to put the game to bed. You'd feel Oran, and Eze will be kicking himself that he's not added a third there.
He is the furthest man forward there, so you probably would say to him, you know, you've got the right to have a shot, but you could square that. Two race there, square it, get the third.
Shields, but good attacking attempt from Chorley as well. They started the second half a lot better and then they were ending the first half.
So close to the third there, and you feel that really would have taken all the wind out of the South Shield sails. But it's going to take a monumentous effort from Elliot Dickman's side to get anything out of this game now, isn't it, Oran?
Yeah, it's a big effort now. I'd say it's a big momentum swing to get that second goal for Chorley. And as I mentioned, South Shields probably thought they had a, you know, they won't count themselves out of this game, but they probably thought they saw a better opportunity when they were playing well in the first half and only being 1-0 down.
And like so many other sides, in light of conceding a set piece in that way, they'll be very frustrated to have conceded a goal in that manner, won't they?
Yeah. You feel like has to be offside.
Ball from Martin Smith, balls across
off
the box,
the line.
Off the line from Harvey Smith.
Over the bar.
Shot comes back in from the 11, Kyle Crossley. And he was never looking at finding the target. It was far too much backlift. But again, another danger sign that South Shields still happy to go for it here.
There'll be opportunities in this game, and you know South Shields are good enough to sort of create them as well. And Chorley will have to be careful. You know, there's a lot of players back for Chorley that are covering on the line. You know, last-ditch tackles as well, and that will happen. They will get moments in this game where that will happen, but you'd want a bit more clinicalness from South Shields, to be honest. They've had opportunities in this game.
They've certainly been opportunities for them, probably very similar in terms of the shot count, but Chorley have made their chances count, whereas the visitors haven't, as Torre just fell perfectly to him there from a flick from Cole Hall.
Yeah.
Torre, the confidence from the first one, every right to go for that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Doesn't quite get the contact flush right, but
yeah, simple big man, small man sort of situation. Ball forward to Cole Hall, flicks it down, and Torre says, "I'll have a go." Flashes it wide of the goal, but confidence there.
Confidence indeed. It'd be interesting to see. It looks like Tom Carr's going to come on.
Yeah.
For Andy Priest's side, a second change in the offing. Will it be Hall? Will it be Torre? Will it be somebody else? I think it'll be one of the two front men who will make way. Need a market, 3 goals up.
Oh, well done by Blix.
City.
And again.
Done really well. South Shields protested that.
Oh.
It had been a high boot from Blakeman as he won the ball. Play continues though as Brackley Town have taken the lead now away at Marine. Ipswich, a goal to the good against Aston Villa, whilst down to 10 men. That's a turn up for the books at the moment. Fulham in front against Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Blackburn, sorry. Ahead against Plymouth Argyle, and it is Mamadou Toure who is going to make way for Tom Carr on 59 minutes.
I suppose he has got the yellow, so he can't press as hard as he will do. And Tom Carr, will press all game long.
Yeah, we know what Tom can bring. Bags of energy, bags of pace, desire. He'll chase absolutely everything. And Tom Carr has been in great form. Was claiming that the first goal on Tuesday night was his goal. An innocuous one where it may have just come off him via the net, but on its way in to the back of the net. And Tom Carr will have half an hour to go at the South Shields back line in an attempt to get a third for Chorley.
You can see South Shields are throwing men forward now. Their whole team, bar one, is on the halfway line and forward now. They're trying to ping it in.
The term caution, throw caution to the wind, and I think they have to do a little bit of that, maybe at the expense of conceded another, because they need a way back into the game and quickly.
Yeah, they're trying to play now long diagonal balls now, and Chorley just got to be careful with that. That one's deep and long and out for a goal kick.
It feels a lot different this game in terms of how it did early in the season. Chorley were 3-0 up and ended up drawing that 1-3-3. Doesn't quite have the same feeling of that, at least at this moment in time. Anyway.
No, but like you say, that a couple of chances that South Shields have had, they put one away or even get one soon, they'll still feel they're in this game. It's not over yet.
Cole Hall just wins that one. Battle in midfield. There we go against South Shield. Another one of those hooked balls over, and Ellis takes control.
And it's South Shields now picking the ball up in the midfield and dringing forward. Again, everyone forward for them. Chorley settled in their shape. Eze pressing from the front. And Tom Carr again, taking up the spills. Can't get the ball forward the Eze. There was a big chance there. South Shields come forward. Space down this right hand side. Blakeman comes out to him.
It's funny we mentioned there, Oran, about the goal on Tuesday night that Tom Carr was playing. We just had a message from, of all people, Mo Toure. He's just messaged me saying the second goal came off his knee. So it'll be another one we're going to have to look back at and see whether it did come off Toure or if it was intended from Ellis.
Oh, he's done. Well defended by Blakeman. And it's hoofed clear back to the goalkeeper. And again, everyone in Chorley behind the ball. Good dink ball forward. Martin Smith. Cleared by Blakeman.
Pressure on, and Blakeman's giving it away. Inadvertently, Ashton Mee. In comes Harvey Smith though and hits it off Ashton Mee, and it's out for a goal kick.
You can definitely tell they've turned up the pressure, like you say. Gone a bit gung-ho. Throwing it forward quicker. Not being afraid to get their full-backs higher up the pitch. Chorley will know they're going to do this. Of course, they've got to do it because they've got to get back into the game, the South Shields, but it's how you cope with it. Cope with that moments of pressure in the game.
Just penalises Cole Hall.
Not giving away silly fouls like that by Cole Hall. That's one thing you definitely don't want to, and Pricey will be shouting about that.
One thing I will say though, Oran, is it'll be grateful, Andy, that it's not in the opposite half where it gives South Shield more of a platform for themselves to go from a set piece. And
yeah, they don't seem confident enough to ping it forward as a set piece. They want to again keep working it forward. Tom Carr's through.
To find Tom Carr, and he's got space to run into now. As Carr down this left hand side, Hughes for company, as is Briggs. Done well there, Carr, to lay it back to Dubemeze. Left hand side opens up. Just wondered whether he was going to opt for the shot, but sensibly almost goes back to Ellis. Surely just taking the time here to build it. That Blakeman through the legs of Martin Smith, and Carverley finds Carr. Back to Carverley. He's got to do well to keep it in, and he does keep it in, but it's unfortunate, isn't it? It goes out for a goal kick as he
Yeah, it's
just
nice
couldn't
work
get the cross in.
from Tom Carr there, getting the ball down the side, playing it down the left to Cowles. Cowles just reaching for that cross, couldn't get it in. But it looks like we've got another sub coming here.
Yeah, it looks like Warren Clark is being ready to come on.
And the lino's not ready for the sub. Priestley is not happy with it.
No, he is frustrated, and it'll be interesting to see who Warren comes on for. You maybe think it might be Dubemeze, it might be George Horbury.
Be interesting to see what he does.
Don't think it'll be long before we do find out more. Good touch from Hughes. Finds Stevenson. Oh, Hughes.
Yeah. One of those ones where
Not by intention, but looks to have caught
yeah.
Harvey Smith in the face with his boot.
It's one thing Harvey Smith's going to do.
He's going to stick his head in there.
65 minutes in, and Warren Clark is on. Warren Clark on, and we'll let you know as soon as we see where Warren is going to slot in.
Looks like he's got that left wing position. You know, he's got the pace, he's got the trickery.
Another one really for me, or in the last few weeks certainly, has really impressed me. That delivery on the opening goal against Kidderminster the Harriers. Really impressed me, and another one, he's got 25 minutes, half an hour to make his mark on this game.
Oh, he's won a ball back.
And Warren Clark,
Clark
he's already
straight into
in.
the
He
action.
scores it. Oh, there's no one there. But Chorley still on the ball. Blakeman takes his touch. Horbury with the cross. No.
Blakeman
Blakes.
first time towards Hall, and
Half cleared, but the keeper wins it. Oh, he's onside.
He's
just
onside.
chasing after it for Boney, but Boney will
Straight
get
through.
there.
You know, they still want to play the ball, South Shields, still want to play it through the thirds. They've not got to hoofing it long territory yet. Which I think Chorley will be happy about, to be fair. They've not been able to break through them.
Listen, it's 2-0 Chorley, of course, which is the result that we all want, but South Shields not allowing Chorley to settle by any means.
No, not at all.
You see little touches like that where Calverley just puts his foot through it, just gives South Shield the platform to try and start again.
Yeah. And that ball just comes to nothing, really, down the left-hand side. Quick throw in by South Shields.
Again, still very slow with the build-up play. They aren't
At panic stations yet.
Aston Villa have equalised against Ipswich. Probably see that one coming, and also there's been a red card in the game between Buxton and Radcliffe. Buxton down to 10.
Okay. It's just
Well, one back from Mike
Yeah.
Calverley and Warren Clark. Looking to push on, but Cole Hall goes back to Calverley, who's just taken down there by Ashton Mee. Referee David Jones says no foul, and Mark Ellis goes for the diagonal towards Clark, heads it on towards Cole Hall, but Briggs beats him to that one. Andy Priest calling for his players to press. It's interesting, Oran, we said in the first half about teams rather, at the top being in front. Mark Ellis has a great block and a great clearance to break up that move from South Shields. A good flick on from Crossley. Irwin has been caught by Dylan Stevenson.
don't think there's any intent in that. Just the ball flicked over the top where goalkeeper and player come to win the ball, and the striker's just trying to get anything on it, really. Looks fine, Matt Irwin. Looks like he's coming up. Yeah, he's fine.
As we say, it's interesting. All of the top five are all winning at the moment. Hereford have beaten Kings Lynn, and that took them 2 places up, and Curzon down to 9th.
Wow.
A lot can change in the last 20 minutes or half an
Goal
hour
here, goal there.
of the game, but you know, as you say, if one slip up and all of a sudden you're thinking, you know, much worse opposition than we were before. So Irwin goes long towards Hall, but Briggs wins the header, and Calverley are judged to have fouled number 30.
Well done, Tom Carr. Wins the free kick. Excellent.
Does really well there, Carr, and that's something we've spoke about a lot, isn't it, Oran, about how many fouls does Tom Carr win in a game, and that's the first of today, but it probably won't be the last.
He's in no way I'm not comparing them, but he's that kind of like that Jack Grealish. You know, he wins you the foul a lot. You know, because his trickery and his feet move so quickly, he's smart and sort of puts his back to your player, and then he'll always win that free kick. So, and you need that from your centre forwards, don't you?
It's very clever from Tom, and South Shields a throw over on the far side. Just have a look and see. Jack Sampson being sent to warm up for Chorley. Jack Moore just trying to run on, but Jenkins wins it and puts the ball up long towards Stevenson, who can't beat Blakeman and Horbury. Touch is loose. It's up to Nolan, and Cole Hall does well. Holds it on nicely. Warren Clark, 2 players to contend with. Yeston Hughes is 1. Does really well, and Chorley have a throw.
Well done by Warren Clark. Tried to beat his man, but no, he couldn't get around him, so at least he get that throw in.
Yeah, it's not quite long throw territory, is it? But territory again,
no.
with Chorley just...
But it lets you get settled. It brings your man 10 yards forward. You know, there was a lot of period there where Chorley were on the back foot.
Blakeman...
Now every Chorley player is
I don't think
in
he's
the
going for
attacking
the
third.
long one, no. He is quite long, actually. All the way to the back post. But all the way through to Miles Boney in goal.
Long throw.
Really long throw, past halfway in fact, but Ellis straight away on hand to head it back in towards the danger area, and Boney not sure whether to come. Slack from South Shields, and Warren Clark's got a chance here if he can get his feet right. Does well. Warren holds on. Blakeman finds Hall.
Slack.
His touch is loose, and that's another foul committed by Cole.
Yeah, little silly fouls like that when you sort of half control it and it gets away when you reach forward. They're very much a striker's tackle, if that makes sense. But
yeah, it's an easy one, isn't it? Where you feel that there's a bit of contact made and the player goes down.
Equally, if he didn't put a foot in, Andy Peace will be shouting at him. So it's one of those ones. 6 of 1, half a dozen. Still playing the ball slowly around the back in the midfield, then back to the goalkeeper, our South Shields. Still not humping it long, which fair play. They want to play.
Yeah, they very much play the style that they're known for, playing it on the floor, but not really been much of a sense of urgency from them, despite the fact that they are still, you know, in with something in this game. But they haven't done enough.
2 goals is you know, you're not out of it.
So if they have got enough in them to get it to 2-1, you know, it is literally game on for the final
absolutely.
10 or 15 minutes. But at this
And
moment,
it's a momentum change as well. If it is 2-1, they're like, oh, here we go.
For me, you know, again, don't mean to be the commentator's curse, but it doesn't feel like
that's
performed at quite the level they did in the first half, and like the goal really is coming. They had a few chances in the first half, of course, hitting the post, the goal with a hand, but at the moment here they're just having a spell of possession for a couple of minutes where they're just holding the ball and being patient, which fair play to them, but haven't really tested Irwin all that much. Bit of joy down the... It's a goal. It was the commentator's curse that time, Oran.
It was.
Out and nothing. Will Jenkins found a good pocket of space down the left. The ball's teased into the box and it's poked home first time. As we said, game on.
It's a strange one.
Martin Smith against his former club.
Yeah. Ball goes down the left and it's just floated, and all the Chorley players are sort of gone to the 6-yard line, and it's Martin Smith just sort of goes in and controls the shot into the bottom corner, and Irwin dives to his bottom left to try to get it, but he's just short of it, and it's 2-1. Like I say, they aren't going gung-ho. They believe in their abilities. They believe they can get back into this, and was it a 2-1? And
it's a dangerous lead now, and you say 74 minutes on the clock, and all of a sudden you think, is this now the moment where South Shields just look to really throw the kitchen sink at the game? Because, as we say, they haven't really threatened all that much. And that's a clinical, classy finish from Martin Smith, it's fair to say.
And we know what he can do, because we know what it's like when he has ability. We've seen it playing for ourselves.
I don't think he ever did score for Chorley.
No, but he was clinical, and you can tell by his possibility and through ball that he's got that ability. Chorley just seemed to me now, unfortunately, being a bit of a hoofball, which I don't like.
Just needs to settle down, and Cole Hall's giving the ball away, and it's a great ball across the box. What a save from Irwin!
Wow.
What a save from Irwin to deny South Shields a second in as many minutes. Hugely important save from Irwin.
That's a fantastic save by Irwin. It's a wonderful ball as well, played in, and it's one of those ones that Mark Ellis can't get. It's sort of curling round him, and it looks like the striker just needs to touch it and put it away. But Matt Irwin is big, makes himself big, and saves that. And Chorley are reliant on that at the minute.
Yep, Irwin, he has certainly haven't. Jack Sampson's going to come on for Chorley.
Yeah, it's Cole Hall for Jack Sampson.
76-minute Cole Hall shows his appreciation to those in the Duke Street end and those around the ground. A good shift today from Cole. Jack Sampson is on.
I think Sampson's instructions will be, get the ball down, control it, bring others into the game. I think at the minute it's kind of back to front for Chorley. When they are looping it forward, it's Cole Hall wasn't able to bring it down and the ball was bouncing away. Sampson will be asked to control it, bring it down, bring others into the game, and take the sting out of this.
You can hear around the ground, or it's almost a bit of nerves around the place. Quite a few calls for come on Chorley, because as we say, at 2-1, the game is very much all to play for here.
Yeah, I think Matt Irwin's doing the right thing there. Quick counter attack if he threw that ball over the top to Warren Clark, but actually, thankfully, the goalkeeper said, no, let's take a bit of a sting out of this, let's slow it down, let's get her back to the position.
Elsewhere, National League North, Leamington have added a third goal against Farsley Celtic. Oh, very nearly from Warren Clark, and that burst of pace just on the counter, and now it's Chorley who find themselves up against a barrage of long balls from South Shields, who really pushing now for the equaliser. We'll have a look at some of the goals elsewhere in National League North, and Scunthorpe United 2-1 up now against Scarborough Athletic. Chester 3-0 up against Rushall Olympic. Kidderminster Harriers 2-0 up against Alfreton Town. So all the results in and around the division at the top end pretty much all stay the same. Good header from Mark Ellis, again commanding. Just see there, Hughes all over Warren Clark.
Tough one here for Andy Priest. He's sort of caught between asking his players to slow the ball down or to get back on the front foot and attack again, but that does open you up for...
It's interesting as well, if I'm not mistaken, or I don't know if Chorley can make any more changes now, because they've made 3 changes in 3 separate occasions.
I believe that's not in this league.
I'm not too sure, because I think it's only 3 opportunities you get to make up to 5 changes. Of course, the one made at half time to bring on Montgomery, bring off Montgomery for Nolan. You've got Hall off for Sampson just now, and Tom Carr on for Mo Torres. So there's 3 changes for Chorley, and obviously the rest on the bench. and Warren Clark for the message. There's 4, so that may be maybe the third one. I don't know if they count half time, but it looks like Adam Henley won't be able to come on. Tom Carr just goes down there. Referee David Jones not interested. South Shields looking to counter again quickly. Finding a bit of joy now through the middle of midfield.
Tackle.
We enter the final 10 minutes or so plus stoppage time. South Shields coming into this game. Warren Clark did brilliantly there though. Oran did brilliantly to get that ball back. And it's just unfortunately for Warren that in his attempts to keep the ball and slide the ball clear, it has ended up back at the South Shields player's feet. Ashton Mee finds Smith. To be careful, good turn from Hughes. Calverley just using his body, does really well and wins his throw.
Oh, that was fantastic by Cowes. Used his body and strength and didn't allow the ball to go down the right hand side. And actually wins the throw in for Chorley.
4-0 up now against Russell Olympic. It's a competition at the moment between Harrison Burke and Mark Ellis for which defender can score the most goals, because that's I think 11 now for the season for Harrison Burke as a centre half, 10 for Mark Ellis, although Mo Torre is telling us otherwise. We'll have to check after the game. Good head on from Sampson, gives Carter a bit to chase onto.
Oh, scrapping after the ball.
Carr and Shepherd having a bit of afters there. Oh, Smith, like he was caught in the face, and interesting there between Shepherd and Carr if they come together again with the remainder of this game. The good touch in, Crossley, ball across the box from Yeftin Hughes, which straight into the hands of a grateful Matt Irwin.
Yeah, Irwin did well there. The ball was coming down the right hand side, and it was sort of, was he going to have a shot or was he going to have a cross? Matt Irwin stood tall. It was neither or, really, to be honest, and it was just straight into his arms, and he'll control that.
He hunts it long. Sampson flicks it on to cut Tom Carr. Tom Carr's got space, he gets brought down there. Has to be a free kick.
No.
Referee says no. It's a scrap everywhere, and he gives it out.
He's giving it the other way in this. Jack Sampson just standing in front of the ball trying to halt proceedings. Mackenzie Heaney on this left hand side. Middle of the park. Goes inside, South Shields again.
They bring the ball forward. Again, still not just hooping it long, looking for space, looking for movement.
Switching it from side to side. Well defended by Tom Carr. He's come back in that left wing back position. Flicks it out for a throw in. Sampson seems to be the lone striker now.
Chance again, Mark Ellis just trying to put his foot in, goes in late, gives a free kick against Mark Ellis. It did look a bit rash, didn't it, Oran?
It's one of those ones. If he gets full on the ball, it's a wonderful tackle. I think he may have came through the player slightly there, and he is probably right for the free kick. And this is in shooting territory.
I'm not too sure if South Shields do have a recognised free kick taker, if you like. Smith's there.
Smith could.
Well, he's more of a
left.
More of a crosser than a shooter, isn't he?
Who's that? Smith and is it Briggs possibly? I can't quite catch the number. Obviously Heaney's there as well. I think he scored a couple this season from a set piece. Just trying to look. I want to say it's Robert Briggs who looks the most likely to take it. Seems to be stepping up in such a way that he's going to go for goal. 4 in the wall for Chorley. Takes it just over the top.
Yeah,
it is Robert Briggs. If Robert Briggs has taken it, he's got it, good contact on it. It's just over, and South Shields readying another change. Number 12, Dan Ward, another player with lots of experience. Referee David Jones just having a word with Matt Irwin. I think having a word with him with regards to how long he's taking, or is it with regard to the substitution? Making the change now. So Kyle Crossley is off, Dan Ward is on. Ward, of course, a player who spent a lot of time at Gateshead, played at Wrexham. I think he was in the Gateshead side that were promoted against Chorley to the National League a few years ago. So another player with a lot of experience at this level, knows what he's doing. Chorley need to be aware of these threats that the visitors pose. Carr's done really well that time though, and just battling away here, Oran, isn't it? It feels like it's going to be a squeaky bum time. 84 minutes on the clock, and it's dangerous. A dangerous lead.
It seems to be the same thing over and over again. Sorry, and same thing over and over again. Chorley, long goal kick, sort of flick on, and then South Shields sort of control it and try to then play from the back. But Chorley are pressing from the front, not allowing them time to get it out. This is dodgy by them. Oh, he did give it away there.
Oh, Warren Clark.
Tom Carson, Warren Clark.
When he goes towards the corner, he goes towards the bar line, the ball's into towards back post, towards Sampson, it falls kindly to Horbury. Hits it. More hopeful than anything, and Jenkins has done brilliantly to keep the ball in. South Shields looking to build once more.
They are looking to gamble a little bit more now, so that goalkeeper was holding on to the ball too long there, looking for a pass, and Tom Carr was there to press him.
Jack Moore's got to be careful as well. Just heads it down to Horbury. He's got a bit of room to run into down this right. Cuts inside as well. Sees off Jenkins and Ward. Moore puts his foot through it. Carr's trying to win that back against Hughes, but he can't. Carson flicks the ball up. Joe Nolan this time. A great ball towards the left-hand side. It's Carr against Hughes. Carr towards the left-hand side, holding the ball up nicely. Gives it back to Blakeman, who just bobbles up in the air and somehow keeps hold of that. Clark on Carson.
That's a foul.
Oh, Mike Calverley is being penalised. It's interesting, there could be a bit of afters here. Martin Smith and Mike Calverley. Martin Smith furious, Oran.
Well, there was a lot of half fouls in there as well, and then the one that gives Givgan is Calvary in the back of someone, but it wasn't anything malicious, it was a standard tackle.
And Martin Smith just quite literally lost his head there, Oran. Didn't see too much in it myself between Smith and Calverley, but again, another battle that will be interesting to see what follows in the remainder of this game, whether it could get a bit vicious. Smith just battling away now with Joe Nolan. Good pass across from Briggs.
There's big space on the left-hand side here for them.
Done well there, Calverley. Goes in strongly in the tackle, wins the ball, but again, South Shields come out with it just about. 87 minutes on the clock. The game's on a knife edge at this point. Into the box from Carson, headed away by Calverley. Sampson holds onto it nicely, and now Blakeman, left-hand side, picks out Carr nicely. Carr can drive down this left-hand side, needs to keep the ball in, just does about enough.
Oh, that's a yellow all day long.
Down Tom Carr. A professional foul, should we say, Oran?
Yeah,
booked.
Cynical.
Cynical, yeah, absolutely right.
So the break out from the left-hand side, he was running up that wing. Blake's played him in. He was going to beat Martin Smith right on the edge of the touchline here, right in front of the South Shields bench. And the only thing Martin Smith can do is take him down.
Yeah, I think ultimately it's a booking worth taking, if you like, with so little left in the game. The last thing they wanted to do is chasing after another goal. No. Blakeman takes the free kick short towards Carr, who nicely finds Blakeman again. Clark just in the corner, puts the ball in first time, but it's straight at Miles Boney. Jack Sampson just trying to be a bit of a nuisance and stop Boney from taking it quickly. He manages to throw it down like a foul throw almost, and Briggs coming forward just towards halfway. Jenkins, ball at his feet, left hand side towards Heaney. Calverley puts a foot in.
Free kick.
Gives away the free kick. Quite surprised actually, Oran, he's not booking Mike Calverley for that.
No, that's just second in the last 5 minutes, you'd say, and he's given away as well, so I'm surprised he's
not so obvious. Did leave a little bit in on
yeah, he looks hurt. Be interesting to see what South Shields do here as well, because it's, you know, from a Chorley perspective, this will be a Blakeman dropping it into the box situation, but South Shields really haven't really done that in the game so far. It's been a work the ball through the thirds or create a space.
Interesting to see with 89 minutes on the clock, how many minutes are we going to have to endure of injury time here? 4, maybe 5. Doesn't feel like there have been all that many stoppages. Obviously this being one where we're probably going to lose a minute here.
I would say
You're looking at 4 at least with the substitutions. But we'll have to see what the fourth official does here.
Still the player down though, following the earlier foul from Carverley. Chris Anderson and Andy Priest just having a word with the fourth official. Miles Boney from his own goal is currently having a drink on halfway with a couple of the South Shields players. The South Shield player does remain down.
Interesting thing about this foul as well, obviously the physios come on. Because Calverley hasn't been booked, the player will have to go off the pitch as well. So they will actually be down to 10 men from this free kick.
And we're just looking at the free kick setup as it is at the moment. Only one player in the wall for Chorley and Jack Moore. You've got, I think it's Joe Nolan closest to the free kick. The player is now off the field. You've got two more from South Shields joining. So it's pretty much like for like in terms of numbers of how many South Shields committing as many players as possible.
Yeah.
The board is about to go up. Keep our eyes on that as well. The free kick is about to come in. Just await confirmation of how many minutes to be added. So the free kick in from Jenkins. It's deep. It's headed away by Mark Ellis. Great commanding header. And Tom Carr puts his foot through it to try and hook it. Doesn't get as much distance on it. Warren Clark does really well though. Heads it down this line. He's got two South Shields players. Hauled to the floor by Carson. No foul. Six added minutes. 6 added minutes for Chorley to stay in this. 6 minutes to stay switched on and take home all 3 points, Oran.
So a lot of time left. South Shields are on the ascendancy. They are bringing it from left to right.
Right hand side. Hughes delivers, hits Calverley. Blakeman hooks it. Be hoping doesn't. Oh, Andy Priest. Attendance confirmed as 1254 Oran this afternoon. A great crowd. Interesting big result for Needham Market this afternoon for 4-1.
Again, South Shields happy to play the ball. Back to the keeper, back to the centre half, back to the keeper. Slowly walking through the thirds.
Great to have you with
Looking
us, John,
for space
all the way
left
from
and right.
Thailand as well.
Still not wanting to pump it forward. Looking for opportunities. But Chorley are solid. 2 banks of 4 sitting there. Happy to take a cross. Happy to play it long. Happy to stick a foot in. But can they resist these last 5 minutes or so? Can feel the nervousness in the ground. Getting lighter and lighter. Oh. Half stuffed that away.
Sampson putting Briggs under pressure. This is just what Chorley need. Brilliantly done from Sampson, forcing Briggs back. Goes all the way back towards Boney. And
thought that was going in,
into
Pete.
his own net, but the rush is on. And the tick-tock on the clock, 90+3 now. And Smith just heading towards the box with Calverley. Jenkins, good foot in from Ellis, and anywhere will do. Just pokes it, and Andy Priest asking his players to get up. You can just see the kit man Steve Cowell looking very nervously on. South Shields invited to put the ball in. Briggs, his hands up in frustration. There's no real option though. Jenkins, his touch is slack, and Jack Moore's trying to get onto it quickly. Warren Clark there. Good flick on. Jenkins is there, but Chorley again just opt to hook it clear. Fortunately forced to keep it in for a throw. Boney for South Shields finds Briggs on halfway, puts the ball over, but it's comfortable for Harvey Smith, and now Sampson again just looking to battle away. Heaney left hand side. 2.5 minutes plus whatever else for Chorley to hang in there at this point. Hopeful ball over, finds Jenkins, digged over the top. Calverley, big strong header towards Sampson and Shepherd. Heaney left hand side. Ball to Dan Ward, Mark Ellis. Referee not sure whether to give it. Didn't in the end. Jack Moore this time. Oran, what are your thoughts on this in terms of Chorley just pumping it clear as much as he can? Really?
I think Chorley are just going to keep humping it along for the rest of this game. Feel comfortable enough to just hoof it out. Run the clock down by hoofing it long.
Long ball comes over the top, and it's
he's given a corner.
He's given the
what?
corner.
I don't see how that is.
Priest is absolutely livid. But he looks bemused. He looks frustrated.
I just don't see how that was a corner.
Miles Bone, he looks like he's coming up for it as well.
Everyone's coming up. Goalkeeper's coming up. They're going to put this right in the box. They have to. Lay it on. Keeper's
Here
making
it comes. Headed away by Jack Sampson, edge of the box. Carson's there. Will it be Mark II? Ball in from Jenkins. Front post, it's a barrage of bodies. Heaney hits it wide.
Well done by Chorley there. Defend it well. You know, everyone and the goalkeeper were in the box there, pumping the ball in. Dangerous balls in. Headed away by Mark Ellis. Cleared by Mike Calvary. Closing down that strike where Heaney could try to get the strike away from outside the box. He puts it 6 foot wide in the right post. Goal kick to Chorley.
That
has to be it now.
Be it. Unless referee David Jones gives a little bit extra. We're into the 96th minute. We've played the 6.
It's back to their goalkeeper. He throws it long.
Chance, you think, for South
This
Shields
must be
to
it.
conjure up something. The ball is long.
Pumps it long.
Towards
That's a great
that
ball.
wall. Harvey Smith wins it. Warren Clark, the chase is on. Good sliding challenge from Jack Moore, and Joe Nolan just hoofs it out for a throw. The referee's looked at his watch twice now.
Oh, he's asking for a ball.
Rather than blow for the final whistle, he's asking for a new ball.
It's great last attack there by Jack Moore as the ball was going through.
Mike Calverley
Sampson's chasing.
Man of the match, and the ball again. Colossal Mark Ellis, and that's the full-time whistle. Chorley victorious again, make it 5 wins from 5, 10 games unbeaten. South Shields huffed and puffed. To their credit, never ever gave in, got the goal back to set up a thrilling finish, but in the end their efforts were never enough. Chorley out on top. Oran, deserved, would you say?
Strange game, to be fair. You know, 2-1 win there for Chorley. We know 2-0 up, you thought it was okay. Weren't playing wonderful football, but being professional. South Shields had chances in the first half, probably thought they should have been on top. Second half, obviously, they got that 1 goal back. Opportunities where they were pumping the ball forward, but Chorley looked comfortable in defence. You know, they're always going to get an opportunity, South Shields. So when they got that 1 goal back, I wasn't too surprised, to be fair, because, you know, they're going to pump action in forward. You're going to be under a bit of pressure. But they've done well, Chorley. Sometimes you just, you know, the performance isn't the biggest thing. Sometimes it's the result.
Yeah,
it's a 2-1 win, and Priest will be happy with that.
It's in the books now, isn't it? 3 points is all that matters. There were some nervous moments in there for sure, but Chorley looked vulnerable at times. But on the other side of the coin, Chorley weren't overly tested. You know, Irwin a handful of chances in terms of what he needs to save and what he needs to keep out, but surely they won't care one jot. Andy Priest won't care one jot. 5 wins on the spin, 10 games unbeaten. Another win that keeps that fantastic run going.
Absolutely great result for Chorley. I know for the South Shields, they came here ready for a game. They had a game plan. They wanted to play to the thirds. They weren't willing to. They weren't willing to just hoof it long. Maybe the last 3 minutes, obviously you do in the 93rd minute. But they had a game plan where they wanted to play football. Got their goal from that. But it's excellent for Chorley.
Yeah.
Now it's on to the next game. Really good support behind the goal there, supporting the players, clapping them off. Brilliant win for Chorley, 2-1.
On to the next one on Tuesday night against Radcliffe Borough. We'll be back again for that one. Thanks to everyone for listening in this afternoon. Really appreciate your support and any feedback, and we hope you'll join us either at Radcliffe or via the stream once again. And that's all from me. The final score this afternoon: Chorley 2, South Shields 1.
Come on, the Magpies.